is Dr. Jeff Kim, and I'm at the National Artificial Intelligence Summit here in Anaheim. And it's been amazing because not only do we have 100 districts represented, 33 states, other countries that have come here, but also major corporations like Google, K12, and others. So what are some of my takeaways from an event like this? Well, you know, this imagery of an e-bike actually came up into my mind.
I think one of my biggest reflections from the AI Summit is number one, how grateful I am. I was sitting there and just reflecting to myself that I get to have an opportunity to be surrounded by people who are on the edges and the cusps of AI and education. And so for me to be able to rub shoulders with these kinds of people, I felt so much honor and so much privilege to be able to be in such a space like this.
Students are trying to go from one place, point A to point B. We want to give them the tools to thrive, to do well, to find purpose, to develop the soft skills, the hard skills that are gonna allow them to get where they need to go. In Anaheim Union High School District, we call this the Unlimited You, where we want the students to really think about what their passion and vision is and realize it's unlimited, but we want to give them the tools to get there. So with all great kinds of instruction, yeah, we might be able to give them that bike to get them from point A to point B. But what if we were to give them an e-bike?
I described it to one of my colleagues that it feels like a little bit like the Agora. So Agora used to be a Greek marketplace where people all over the world would come, and there was a lot of training, a lot of business that would happen, but also a lot of philosophizing. So a lot of different ideas and philosophies would come, people would argue, and the best ideas will rise to the top, and those ideas will permeate throughout the culture. And so I really see that here to be a little bit of an agora of sorts in AI and education, and to be able to see the best ideas rise and then to be able to permeate in everything that we do in education.
The student's still in control, the teacher's still in control, but it's augmenting and strengthening the experience so they can move faster from point A to point B. That e-bike I'm talking about is artificial intelligence, AI. So how can AI be used to augment deep learning for students and also for teachers in supporting students as well?
The power of AI and like how we can apply it to our education system right now is that the analogy that it comes to mind is kind of like a magnifying glass compared to the sun. So the sun is this potential energy that's very, very powerful. Almost compared to the energy that we might experience today, it almost feels infinite, so large, so powerful. But what we need to do, if you want to burn something and you want to set something on fire, you have to get a magnifying glass and you have to get all this potential energy and you have to zoom it in into a single problem or single space. And that's a lot like an analogy, I think, for AI. We have this large language model that's very, very powerful. Now, the skills that we have to teach into our students is the ability to then focus it into a very specific problem statement, problem space, and use case.
So when I say AI, oftentimes people are responding with fear. They're fearful of AI. And so they react and create policies based on that fear. Is that how we should be responding to artificial intelligence when it has the potential to be an e-bike, a tool that accelerates deep learning? Now let's think about this and let's respond with compassion and wisdom. Love and wisdom. What's a way to love and respond? And one way to do that is by including students in designing what ethical artificial intelligence looks like. For example, in my workshop when I shared tomorrow about my Korean American students and the AI bot that they helped to create, one of the questions I had them answer before we went to that workshop was, what are the ethics of using artificial intelligence? I didn't tell them what the ethics were. We did look at our AUHSD board guidelines. However, it was the students that articulated themselves and made meaning out of the ethics and made meaning out of compassion and the use of artificial intelligence.
The chair of the Education Committee is our own Senator Josh.
As other states will in this year. And so I commend you on being here today. I thank my friend Mike Matsuda for all the work that he's done. Thank you to the sponsors.